The RSF1 Division 5 coming to you live from Brazil. I am joined today by the other head of comms, Mr. Aaron Sco. How are we doing today? Yeah, not too bad. Your third day in a row, I think. Yes, well, let's just hope. I've heard good things from the other divisions this week, so I hope it's going to be really good, and I have no game sound. Well, there is meant to be 15, and the rules state if there's 15 drivers or less, then we do short quali. Osiris. So first driver is JR Bradshaw in his Alfa Romeo. Car I don't like, I just find it's pointless in the livery. I do like the Italian flag at the back. Both Alphas I don't like for livery. Alright, so as we go round into the chicane for turn 1 and turn 2, it's nice on the power, doesn't invalidate like I normally do. We go down this little straight into turn 4, runs it out a little bit wide, gets a nice exit though. These are two jockey corners because they are a bit cambered and they filter in to be a bit narrow. This is the section that I'm normally quick at, so what can Bradshaw do through here? So it's a 52.5 altogether through there. Around the last corner into the straight that isn't really straight. And across the line. So it's a 109.6 as your starting lap that everyone has to beat. Then I believe it's a Haas. And then Kabuki second, a 9.4. A 10.4 for Dark Shadow. I'm not sure if Osiris is on a lap. He can't be because he's run out of ERS. He's got no ERS though. I'll need to speak to him and tell him, stop using ERS throughout the lap. On your outlaps. Yeah. While I'm in the pits, that's the first thing I do. Well, I switch off auto and put on yes for damage for the front wing, and then put on and take off the ERS. So what's the Cyrus going to do? Does a 14.4, doesn't really improve. And Day's Freak, not sure if this is a lap or he's starting a lap. A banker lap. I've noticed Days runs really tight into turn 1, but runs it really wide into turn 2, and then around turn 3 he's hitting the he goes all 4 wheels off the track, but goes slow enough to not invalidate. I don't really have a clue, to be fair. There's a few dark horses here. Say Adam is one to watch out for, but dark horses wise, Days Freak he has better race pace and quali pace, so he can definitely do something here from his position. A Motive Carrot, maybe. And Brick Grit. Yeah. I'm talking to Aaron Button, but he hasn't obviously included his audio.
You can hear me now. How are we, guys?
Oh, we got a Ferrari that spun.
Yeah, I seen that. It was
Osiris.
Hi, Button. How we doing? This is what happens when you do it 3 days in a row.
Now you know my pain when I used to do it. Everyone was like, why are you doing so many days in a row? Because there's not enough people to cover it, so I have to.
Got he's getting out of the way of Osiris, so I think he's pulling into pit lane anyway.
You've got to be setting a 9.7, really, to be in a sensible position around here.
I think next one to cross the line is going to be AK the Legend, who goes enough for P3 with a 9.336, just to slot behind his teammate.
I'd like to see what Liam can do. See if he can go faster than his 9.9.
He's just gone half a tenth quicker on that run. Has put on a new set of tyres as well, so
he's not using any ERS. I don't think he's actually on a lap.
I think he just set a lap.
He did, but he's not on another one. He's trying to recover some energy, but he's not going to do it going round at that pace. As Bradshaw sets the new fastest time.
By about half a tenth as well. That'll be interesting towards the top.
What can Brick Grit do? Just starting a lap. Fighting the wheel a little bit.
Only one not to set a lap yet. Gonna come up to some traffic. It'll be the traffic of GR Bradshaw and I think it's Adam Moore.
What do you reckon would look better on that car? As it is
Which
now,
car?
or pink and blue?
What, the Alpine?
Yeah,
You swap the colours around.
yeah.
Just as it is now, I think. I didn't really like the all pink car. It's not a favourite of mine.
I did, because it stood out and you can actually tell what the car is. If
Well,
you
it kind of reminded me of Racing Point a bit, so.
if you didn't like look at the side pods and you put that up against the Williams, it'd look more or less exactly the same.
Mhm.
So with the pink, you could definitely tell that it was.
Uh-huh. Rick goes P10 with a 10.4.
BVB Thor in his black arrow. I would say silver arrow, but it's not silver.
The logo's still silver, so. It's a purple second sector. To the line now. It's only used about half of the ERS. Dive really quickly into the pit lane.
He's almost out of fuel.
Right.
He done 3 laps.
Would have sure gone right up the table had he finished that lap, but as you said, running low on fuel. I think next one to cross the line will be Adam Moore, who goes the third fastest.
Jamie, he's binned it.
Where's Jamie Binder? At the entrance into turn 1.
Yeah. Jamie.
Well, I was about to say before Jamie crashed, look how close it is between the top 3.
Osiris is still using his DRS.
Very close.
And he hasn't changed his tyres. Right, so we'll go on board here with the British Racing green car, the Aston Martin.
Oh, and Cyrus has just gone into the barrier and has reset to track.
Who has?
Cyrus.
Ah. Yeah.
Just a reminder that you are not allowed to reset to track in quali or in the race. It can result in a penalty, so make sure you're not doing it.
Unless if you beach the car, then you can, but the track must be safe in order for you to do so. Days Freak, can he get up there? No, he's running low on fuel. I think he's in low fuel mode, Days.
Uh-huh.
Thor's on his outlap. On a new set. Now, as we go on for a lap, we'll go on board with the driver.
GR Bradshaw also
braking for turn 1. Yeah, hits that lovely. There's a tyre on the track.
That's definitely got to be a clutch.
Nicely done through the chicane. Keeps his footing nice though. Normally when you keep your footing around there, you over-rotate the tyre. Tell you what, this could be really good from him. This looks like a really good lap. Runs it out a bit wide though. You could get a bit narrower to that to get the traction out. Second to last corner done. Oh, we're in the 8/8s.
Bradshaw going even quicker through that lap.
What's Thor gonna do?
To line now.
He's in the 1/9s. 9/3.
Goes 6.
Goes up to 6. And on board with Kabuki, you should be able to go a little bit quicker. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him though. Oh! I thought Thor was blocking him then. It looked like he was.
In 1989, the circuit was reconstructed and
They did get very close together. We've got Gravedigger, who's just completed a lap. It was a 9-1, or is he just starting a lap?
Just
I think he
starting
might
a
have,
lap.
that might have been a, yeah, it would have been a warm-up lap. Next car to come to the line is going to be, is it the Alpha Tauri? No, it's on an AK Legends on and out lap, so next car to do a lap will be Motive Carrot. That seems like a warm-up lap, or maybe not. No, this is a lap from Motive Carrot. Crosses the line now. It's going to be, goes enough for P9 with a 9.714. Next one to cross the line will be Gravedigger, who's 2 tenths up on his time as it stands. It's a purple middle sector. DRS wide open, hugging the inside wall. Goes fastest with an 8.872. He clears his nearest rival, JR Bradshaw, by 2/24 hundredths, which is a very respectable attempt from Gravedigger.
Bradshaw's not going to be able to beat it as well. Can AK beat it though? AKA the legend. He's on a lap, let's go on board. He's not on a lap. What about Adam Moore? No, he's invalidated. What about Slicks? Slicks is on a lap.
back in 1994.
6. He
Slicks
does.
goes fastest.
An 8/8 flat.
What a lap from Slicks.
Days comes into the pits. Got Dark Shadow, he's invalidated. Liam, invalidated. Cyrus is in the pits. That's your grid then.
So it's Slicks. Can we get Slicks in to quickly talk to him because it's his first pole position?
If he's got a mic, I don't think he has.
Oh wait, he doesn't have a mic, no. That's unfortunate because that would have been amazing. Slicks is your pole sitter for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, followed by Gravedigger, JR Bradshaw, AK Legend, Adam Moore, BVB Thor, Kabuki, Days Freak, Emotive Carrot, Dark Shadow, Liam, Brick Grit, Jamie who crashed out, and Osiris rounds out your grid. It's like you haven't got a
Yes,
mic,
he has.
do you? I think Can you not include your audio? Ah, unfortunate.
Well,
Well, congratulations, mate. Really well done. Good luck for the race. We were gonna try and yeah, we interview you before the race, but yeah, chat won't be able to hear you. So, but yeah,
just send
really
us
good
a
lap from yourself.
message and then we'll read it out.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get on to that. Alright, best of luck for the race, mate.
What was that? Invite to the game?
Yeah.
I've sent him one now. Right, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break here because I think I'm coming down
Yeah, no
with
bother.
a nasty sore throat, so I'm going to take a
Okay.
little bit of a break.
All good. Yeah, top three were mega close. Less than a tenth between them. It's unreal. A very short qualifying tonight though, which means that we will be ending sooner.
We might have to do a lobby restart
What for?
because one, I'm stuck on the race director screen at the end of the race
Same here.
and it's not loading a lobby, so
Is everyone stuck on the screen? If it's just us two, then surely we can just rejoin. I'm gonna restart my game and then rejoin the lobby.
yeah, Kabuki's got it as well. Right, okay, everyone. Because we're stuck on it and Kabuki's stuck on
Did you
it.
get a screenshot
We
on the
are
grid?
going to do a lobby restart. I did get a screenshot.
I've got a backup one as well, just in case you managed to delete it.
I am going to take a photo and send it to Grave.
It wouldn't be a Division 5 stream without a lobby restart.
It had to be when I was on, didn't it?
Yeah,
It
course it
just
did.
had to be. This game doesn't like me. Now it's going on to the race.
So has everyone backed out?
Everyone is back. Yeah. Left and then it decided to load up.
Right, I'm gonna need an invite to the new lobby once it's... My phone's decided not to load the stream up because my internet's so bad.
Right, sorry about the lobby restart, everyone. But I'm going to be back in a minute. I need to rest this voice of mine.
Alright, okay. Yeah, Creon, certainly a chance for that to happen. Terry, 18 people watching the stream at the moment. A very good qualifying from both Legends and Slick, so hopefully they can work together and get both of those AlphaTauris onto the podium. Well, I've already got one on pole position, but if the Legend can make up 1 or 2 positions, then yeah, who knows? Could be a AlphaTauri podium by the time we get to the checkered flag.
Right, there we are. I'm going back into the lobby now.
Yeah, same.
Lobby settings are all good.
Good, good. I'm running to the toilet just whilst we wait.
Yeah, we're both just going to take this opportunity to have a little bit of a break. So we'll see you all when the formation lap starts.
Okay, we're back after a little bit of a delay. Getting ready to go for the race. So we have slicks, and it was, I believe, Gravedigger that locked out the front row. Yeah, it
Slicks
was
and Grove.
Slicks, Gravedigger, then JR Bradshaw and AK the Legend behind them. So this should be interesting. We've got the formation lap back on, so it's not a sudden shock when the race starts.
Come on, Legend, that's a bit harsh. Who cares about
Yeah.
Jamie getting used to his new wheel? That's a bit harsh.
I know what it was like jumping from controller to wheel. It's not easy.
Yeah, rude.
I think that deserves a 5-place grid penalty, to be honest with you.
I think Legend should get a 5-place grid penalty for being rude to Jamie in the chat.
Give him a 5-second penalty.
Oh, now you're sorry, Legend. Now you're sorry.
Okay, Jamie. Now you're getting a 5-second penalty. No one's doing a Danny Kafia into turn 1.
No one's taking out 16 cars.
And if we do see that, it'll be very naughty and we're sending it to the stewards. And you might even lose your seat. So, everybody keep it clean. We want clean but fair racing tonight.
He won't just lose his seat, he'll get removed from the league.
Go on, Jamie, you crashed at turn 1 in qualifying. What even happened there?
Come on, Jamie, spill the beans. What happened?
Legend seen only 2 cars finishing this race, and you're not one of them. No, I'm joking. My
The
money's
only
on
two cars
Legend.
that are finishing this. The only 2 cars that are finishing this race is me and Aaron, and we're not even racing.
You know, I'm gonna go on board with Legend, just to see if it's all fair into turn 1. And I'll catch them in 4K and send it right to the stewards if there's anything mischievous. Jamie said that his wheel didn't fully turn properly.
Oh yeah, Jamie,
well,
we've all heard that
just
before.
turn it more then.
This is why I drive on pad. Because then I don't have to worry about all the desyncing issues with a wheel to the Xbox. And half the tracks on here are better for using pad.
Okay, Gidder has just absolutely finished Legend off with a comment in the chat. I'm sure that's just what Legend needed before racing tonight.
Wee Biscuit, sorry, I said sorry about Saturday, Aaron.
Oh, I was just during the wait for the lobby. Yeah, we were just having a chat. He had a football game last minute. We're going up to see the British touring cars on Saturday, Sunday, and his team have decided that they're going to do a friendly on the morning of the free practice. So But yeah, you'll make it in time for qualifying, so nothing you can do about it, but hey.
Well, you can. Don't go.
Yeah, but his team really need him though, because they've not got anyone else to replace.
Well, maybe they should find someone then.
Anyway, formation lap is underway. Slicks leads them away. Let's see what
I would go, but it's a bit far for me to travel.
what's the closest track to you?
Brands Hatch.
Ah. Is there not stuff going on out there sometimes?
Yeah, I got the two closest tracks to me are Brands Hatch and Silverstone.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've been to Silverstone.
Nope.
I'm trying to go next year. It's gonna be difficult to get tickets.
I am gonna hopefully try and go 26 and do the whole hospitality thing.
Sounds fun.
You know, like club hospitality.
Yeah. Well, so you can get in like to the paddock bit and stuff.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I think it's like $3,500 or something stupid.
Yeah. We've got Days taking a very interesting line through Sector 2, taking 2 of the advertisement boards with him to the grid.
Oh, he loves that. He loves taking weird and wonderful lines. Don't we, Days?
Okay, let's see what's going to happen between Legend and Jamie then. So it's a little bit of...
He takes these weird and wonderful lines, but he goes really quick.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Jamie and Legend had a bit of banter in the chat before this race, so want them to keep it nice and clean. I have a few drivers.
No caveating. See, look, Legends has already messed up. Same with Jamie, Osiris,
Same with a
and
lot of
Brick
people.
Rip. And Grave.
Oh, this is a terrible camera angle to start. Here we go.
Alright, here we go.
Gravedigger trying to take the move into turn 1, but
Grave
backs
is
out of it.
alongside.
He backs out of it.
He hasn't got it though.
Like everyone's tried to keep it clean through turn 1. Osiris has lost the front wing into turn 1. Oh, Liam's off. Liam and
He's
Days
still-
came together.
He's still alive though. No front wing.
Oh, we've got more contact between a Alpha, not an Alpha, sorry, a Red Bull with Dark Shadow and Days Freak as well. Brings out the virtual safety car.
Bradshaw's ghosting. Why is his car ghosting?
Maybe not in. Now I've invited Bradshaw back to the game. Virtual safety car has ended. Oh, we've got Jamie sliding.
He needs to fully restart his Xbox.
Gravedigger takes the lead. Is Adam Morgan to take?
Six will come back though.
Adam Moore might have a go at it as well. Oh, and Slicks has gone off! Slicks went into the barrier. But I've managed to keep it on the track. Remains P3.
Has he got wing damage? No wing damage.
That's surprising. Gone straight over at the chicane. It might have Carrot's gotten past BVB Thor, but BVB Thor gets past. They're going to have a great battle towards turn 4. Side by side. It might have Carrot makes the move on the Mercedes. Solid work. Liam and Dark Shadow in the pit lane for their front wing damage.
Oh, the two Alpha Tauris touch. This allows Kabuki to have a little bit of a nibble on the outside. Can
A
he do
caution
the
in
cutback?
sector 2,
No.
it's for Jamie. Jamie's gone off in the background.
Jamie corner cutting. 3
Come on,
seconds.
Jamie. Oh, we've got AK Legend all over the back of his teammate. Gonna go to the inside.
The two alphas fighting. Don't hit each other, boys.
Oh, Slicks is in. I think Slicks did get front wing damage from hitting the wall on the straight. That sees Adam Moore going into the lead ahead of Gravedigger. This is going to be a
Watch
great
this
battle.
battle here for the lead.
It's going to be a brilliant battle. Everyone's already spread out by over a second apart from the two at the front.
And Kabuki to Legends.
Oh, right.
And Days to Bradshaw.
I've got a different telemetry thing. I've got Gap to Leader. Right, interval, there we go.
I haven't even put tyres on. I keep forgetting.
It's a wee bit of a mix between hards and mediums. Top 6 opting to go for the mediums. Then we've got Days, Bradshaw, Brick Grit on the hards. Jamie, Osiris, Dark Shadow, Liam on the mediums. Slicks on the hards after pitting for front wing damage. Could we see a change for the lead once again? Going into turn 1. Gravedigger just a bit too far back on Adam Moore.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to put it on because I keep thinking that it transfers over from quali.
Yeah,
or
it's a
when
bit
you set
annoying.
it
Every
last.
single time it turns it off. Oh, we've got a full safety car, and it's for Osiris, who is out of the race.
You binned it on the last corner.
He's found the wall at the final corner. Slicks comes into the pit lane.
Full
For another
pulse
front wing
safety
damage.
car.
This is going to be fantastic for Liam to catch back up to the field, who is in the pit lane. And I'm assuming it's going to be a set of soft tyres that awaits the Scotsman. That is, it's the white striped, not soft tyres, hard tyres that Liam has pitted onto. Adam Moore now leads the Brazil Grand Prix from Gravedigger. Lima's taking a big gamble here, going on to the hard tyres, possibly trying to take them to the end. Dark Shadow picking up a 3-second penalty now.
That'd be his second one.
So now Liam has to catch up to the field. Hopefully gonna have enough time.
And Jamie.
Hasn't got a delta to go to, so we'll be able to go as fast as he ever so pleases. We've got
Is
Dark,
Liam going to get out in front of Jamie? Don't think so.
Dark Shadow now catching up to the back of the safety car queue. Well, just about.
Dark Shadow, another 3-second penalty.
I feel like we're going to be saying that quite a lot tonight. I've just caught another one. So we've only got 2 more until we see Dark Shadow receive another 3-second penalty. We'll watch out for that notification coming up. We've got
It's on 11 seconds.
a pulse out of Slicks down in P11.
And Jamie's got 6.
On Jamie's round. Oh dear, Jamie. Jamie's become a lawnmower and gone straight over the grass. Now finds
One
himself
expensive lawnmower.
finds himself P13.
As we're stuck here behind the safety car. Right, everyone is caught up now, apart from Liam and Jamie. Are they going to catch it in time?
Hopefully.
Jamie, 3-second time penalty. Apparently, safety car is not coming in this lap.
So safety car will surely be in at the end of this lap. We have a few drivers who have already pitted in this race, including Dark Shadow, Liam, Slicks and Jamie. Which could actually come out to being a good strategy by the end of the race.
Whether their tyres will last that long, though, is a whole different question.
That means it's actually 30
forget-
laps. which is a
Don't
bit
forget they're
sad.
heavier on fuels,
Yep,
so you get more tyre wear.
it's going to be a heck of a stunt.
Yeah, safety car is in this lap.
So Adam Moore will be controlling them through sector 3. Gravedigger will be wanting to get as good of a launch as possible because he knows that Adam Moore is going to be very rapid on this restart and is going to have AK the Legend behind him trying to make up positions. Kabuki looks really thirsty to get on the podium as well, and the Motive Carrot. It's all to play for. Heading on to lap 8. Adam Moore goes now.
And they've gone.
He seems to have left Gravedigger in the dust. Legend a bit back as well. Kabuki trying to make a move on Legends into turn 1. Doesn't get close enough. There's a caution in sector 1. Because it's like there's a ghosted car of GR Bradshaw still. We've got Dark Shadow and Jamie having a bit of a battle as well.
Liam and Dark Shadow. Oh,
There's
Liam and
contacts.
Liam and Jamie. I thought it was Brick Grit.
It was Jamie and Dark Shadow, I think, that bit of contact. Dark Shadow's absolutely flying along through these posted cars. Adam Moore with a 5/10 gap to Gravedigger, now 4/10. Roughly the same sort of gap behind with AK the Legend. Kabuki trying to hang on as well for DRS. Not going to have it on this lap, they're going to have to wait until he reaches this point on the next lap to have the DRS available to use.
Days on thought.
Are we going to see a dive in towards turn 1? Days is going to go for it. Oh, I guess
Thor hangs it around the outside. Gives
Days
it
has a
room,
much
cut
better
back.
exit. Gets very close. Oh, and there's contact!
Oh, he's
the
round.
three of them have gone into the wall.
No. Slicks is out. Safety car.
What's happened there? Thor
I
has
don't
no
know.
front
The
wing. Days has no front wing.
I didn't have a good enough camera angle.
I'll tell you what, I had the perfect camera angle for that. I've tried to clip it.
Vettel says I blame Days.
I've got a camera
No,
angle
you
of it,
can't.
so
You can't blame Days for that. I don't think.
I've clipped it, so I'll have a look at it after. And make our predictions.
It could have been that Slicks hit Days and Days has hit
Yeah.
Thor.
We'll have to have a look at that one because it all happened really quickly. That's gonna leave Days and Thor both having to pit.
This is going to put them stone dead last.
Yep. Thankfully, there's a safety car to soften the hit.
Concentration, Japanese natives.
All the while, this is helping Liam and Jamie, who are on the hard tyres. It's taking off laps for them to have to use those hard tyres up. So they're gonna have
26 laps
they're
on
now
these
gonna have
mediums. I don't think they'll do it.
I mean, people have done 20 laps on the mediums before, so you never know.
Right, I'm just going to mute my mic a little bit here.
Right. Safety cars in this lap. It's very late call. Adam Moore is going to lead them again over the line. Goes now. Gravedigger follows from AK the Legend. These three have had an amazing battle so far for the lead of the race. We've got Days making up positions on Jamie and Ratchon. There's more contact! And Days has gone off again. And this time it's caused Liam to DNF.
Safety car.
We've got the third safety car. And Days has no front wing again. My oh my, I can actually hear Days in my head at the moment, like, just in my brain. I know that he's going to be absolutely just livid about that.
the safety car has actually done more laps than these drivers have at racing speed. Everyone is watching this, it's Division 5. With Penrose, I know it's a bit of a bore with the safety car there, but we can't turn it off. Dark Shadow, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane and then retires. So now each driver is going to be earning a point at least.
Yippee!
I'll be lucky to even get a point in Div 3. I think Aaron's got more points than me.
I think so. I've had a P5, a P8, and don't know what else.
Yeah, you've
Didn't race
scored more
last
than me
week.
because I've got none.
You'll get some, I think.
I would have got some last week if.
If the race didn't get cancelled.
Hmm.
We'll have another shot at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Were you one of the people that voted for it to be run again that night?
No, I just said no. I'm not doing it. It's too late. I was the lobby host. I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. Why is my phone going nuts?
Just a lot of people. I think there was stuff going on in the Div 5 lounge, but just been told to leave it. So I don't know, is this our third safety car of the race?
I saw what happened in that instant between Slicks, Thor and Days.
What happened?
Basically Thor and Days were battling and Slicks comes on the inside
Right.
of Thor. Thor moves along a bit, bounces off Days, then rebounces back into Slicks, causing Slicks to DNF.
Right. I had an aerial angle of it, so that might be better. Oh, safety car is back underway. Well, we're back under racing condition. Days has made up a move on Thor into turn 1.
Jamie's lost a few places.
Rick's going on the soft tyres. Gravedigger's trying to move ahead of, well, Legend's moving ahead of Gravedigger. Gravedigger's managed to keep that position. Days and JR Bradshaw having a battle. They're posted though. The two battling from P2 at the front, going almost side by side as they head through turn 7. It's a neat bit of racing between these two, but JR Bradshaw's AI having a good scrap with Kabuki.
So what, if they come in now, they can put hards on to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll see a few drivers out to be coming to the pit lane shortly.
Legends has got past Gravedigger. Carrot's all over Gravedigger now. Carrot goes and looks for the inside. Has to back out of it though. No safety car as of yet.
Yeah, because we've already had 3.
Exactly.
I'm going to try once again to load up the stream on my phone. So I've been having problems doing it. Carrot moves ahead of Gravedigger. Gravedigger's started to fall back.
He must be losing some grip on these tyres. Might have just overcooked them off the start. Day.
Legend going for the race lead. Adam manages to hang on because Legend went wide at turn 4, I want to say.
Thor got days. Brickert and Jamie. Brickert's got Jamie. Right, everyone, I'll be back in a minute. I've just got to quickly go and do something.
Okay, no bother. Got Kabuki making the move on Days Freak in towards turn 1. The Aston Martin does get the move on the McLaren. What I've just noticed is that Motive Carrot is up into P3. It's an amazing start. Well, halfway point for the Aston Martins. Going to be taking home a solid amount of points. We've got moves being made for P8. It's Jamie who has passed Days, who's come into the pit lane, I believe for the 3rd time in this race. We've got BVB Thor making the move. BVB Thor absolutely flying into turn 4, making up 2 positions, making it into P3. Emotive Carrot losing out to Gravedigger in the process as well though. Unfortunately, I can't have control of the stream, so I'm just having to point out what I'm seeing. But as AK Legend gets past Adam Moore for the lead of the race, this lead has been changed multiple times in the past few laps, so Liam, you want to take the box? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a third member in with us for the remainder of this race, having a little bit of a tryout. It's the one and only Liam.
Hello.
Unfortunate
Sorry, lads,
for
I'm
you.
back.
It was a real unfortunate
Yeah.
event for yourself. Told me that your wheel disconnected, so
Yeah, my wheel's just not taking power anymore, so
that's
might
really
have a wee
unlucky.
issue later, but we move.
Anyway, welcome to Co-Coms. So
Thank you.
really just point out anything you see, anything
just
that might
just getting back into the
interesting.
session now.
Yeah, no bother, no bother. So Adam Moore, in the process, took back the lead of the race from AK the Legend. This is a really good battle between these two. As we see, AK the Legend on 19-lap-old mediums has dived into the pit lane for the first time this race. This allows Thor to be released and go on the attack for Adam.
Is Adam Moore trying to get the longest to stay out on the same set of tyres award?
Well, I don't think that would be quite sensible as he's leading, so but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Which 24 laps.
Yeah, Days did pit a few laps ago after that front wing damage. Days has survived 2 big accidents today. That
tight
was
there.
really
Days in
close.
Gravedigger. Oh,
Quite close to a comfort there.
Days just manages to get past.
I don't know if it was showing up on stream, but Bradshaw just was not connected in that race at all.
Yeah,
It was
Bradshaw
just ghosted the
for
entire time.
majority for that race, yeah.
I feel this is going to
Yeah,
be
he
a
left
good
the
battle
lobby.
between Days and Gravedigger here.
He got removed out of the lobby, so
Further up, we've got Kabuki gaining on the motive
Adam
carrot.
Moore's coming.
Adam Moore with a 5-second now. Into the pits.
We've got the Aston Martin running second and third at the moment. Which is a
Kabuki
very
will
good.
be getting DRS on the motive carrot.
Could we see a move into turn 4? Kabuki just not close
Not
enough.
this time.
Yeah, the pen could hurt.
We've got a few drivers out on the soft tyres at the moment.
Gravedigger is gaining on Days streak into turn 4. Was looking for a wee look up the inside into turn 4, but
Oh,
couldn't
Kabuki's
get
got
that bit
carrot.
done.
Carrot's got to come in. Done 22 laps on this set of tyres.
Just thought I'd mention, DC8 to Brickgrit has gone up 8 positions in this race.
It's a very good
Up into P4, now up to 9 as he now gets a motive carrot.
Motive Carrot's come into the pit lane.
Yeah.
You're an absolute natural at this, Liam. Maybe I can just sit back for the
Yeah.
rest of the race.
I mean, if you really want to.
Have my wee break.
Legend
Maybe
111-2.
Maybe I can go and die in a corner.
Gravedigger has got Days again. Into turn 1.
Oh, wait, I can't do that. I'm the streamer.
Well, it's gonna be a good battle between
Base gaining into turn
Daisy
4.
Gravedigger.
Gonna have a look round the outside. Slight contact made.
Oh, close.
This is gonna be a good battle between the championship leader Gravedigger and Days Freak.
Gravedigger's gone.
Thor's had an absolute blinder after having that collision with Slicks and Days Freak. Now runs in P1.
And Britgrit has now got Kabuki. That's up 10 for him now.
Into turn 1. Britgrit's on absolute fire, but on the soft tyres, so you'd assume that Britgrit would have to pit again.
They won't last much longer.
They won't.
I'm thinking that Thor will need to pit 13 lap on hards. I don't think they will be getting to the end.
That would put him on
It's gonna be
25
tight.
lap hold, which is doable because people have done 20 laps or so on the mediums, so
Days is now out behind Emotive Carrot.
it's all possible.
Unofficially, I've done 31 laps on a set of mediums in Monaco.
Well, we'll find out
On a set of
in
hards.
12 laps time if Thor manages to hold on. Has got a 3.8 second gap, now 4 second gap to Britgrit, who's under pressure from Kabuki behind. You might wonder, is Britgrit's tyres starting to fall off? Britgrit comes into the pit lane. That releases Kabuki into P2.
No one's a second within each other.
We've got Emotive Carrot and Days Freak passing Britgrit out of the pit lane. We've got Emotive Carrot who's 7/10 behind Gravedigger at the moment.
And
Yeah.
Adam Moore with another 3 second.
That puts his total on to 11 for today.
Gravedigger
Emotive
with a 3
Carrot's
second
catching at a
now.
rate of knots.
This could be a battle to keep an eye on. Emotive Carrot and Gravedigger.
Emotive Carrot will be getting DRS.
And is on soft tyres as well.
On Gravedigger
Oh,
goes
Gravedigger's
wide.
on wide.
That will allow Emotive Carrot to come through.
And we'll have the DRS to pull away as well.
Emotive Carrot on little to no ERS.
Ten laps to go.
Gravedigger gonna hang on to the back of the Emotive Carrot though. 'Cause now he is the one that's been towed along with DRS. You can see the flashing light of the Aston Martin in front.
Gravedigger with only sitting on 10% ERS as well.
But you have to think that Emotive Carrot's tyres are gonna fall off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 13 laps on these tyres if she wants to make it to the end.
Doable.
It is. But it's
It'll
gonna
be a challenge, but
tricky.
Oh, on softs. Oh no, that won't be doable.
Legend does have DRS and Adam Moore in the battle for P3.
Just hanging on.
Gravedigger right on the back of Motive Carrot heading onto the back straight here. Will get DRS. But it's not enough to make a move into turn 4.
Gaining, but not quite quick enough.
Legend is still hanging on to the back of Adam Moore.
Brick Grit on days.
Legend will have DRS on Adam Moore, looking to make a move into turn 1 here.
Yeah, very
Oh,
possible
that
Wee
is-
Biscuit Thor could win this.
Tight with Adam Moore there.
Right, Greg gets past Days Freak, heading towards turn 1. Got the fresher tyres, got the move done. Moves up to P7.
Can Thor take this tie to the end?
But Gravedigger, who's been hanging on to the back of a motive carrot for the past few laps. Gravedigger does carry, I believe it's 3-second penalty.
Yep, 3
It
seconds.
is.
We've got Jamie on 15 seconds, Gravedigger on 3 seconds, and Adam Moore on 11.
Gravedigger's built up a little bit more ERS. As has a motive carrot as well. So this is our closest battle.
Could
on
be
track
looking
the
at
moment.
an interesting battle for P2 here between Kabuki, Adam Moore, and Legend.
Absolutely.
Legend is getting DRS off Adam Moore.
Is it going to be enough?
Could be looking for a move into turn 1. Legend goes for a move. And this contact Adam Moore is spun.
Adamor's still. No, it's Adamor's still.
Oh, I thought it looked like he spun me. Rookie error.
Don't worry, it's your first day on the job.
Yeah. All of it.
Motive carrot now picked up
I mean,
a
for
3-second
me,
penalty.
it did look like he did spin. And Dave Streak with a 3-second now.
Days Freak's day's gone from bad to worse. Got a really good battle forming here for the last podium position.
It's looking like Gravedigger will have that advantage on a motive carrot, as he has been harvesting his ERS the past couple of laps.
Gravedigger will have the advantage on all of these drivers up to AK the Legend, I think. Because he's on hard tyres, and these soft tyres are going to get absolutely shredded. They'll probably be about 40% right now.
We could be looking at a move from Gravedigger here.
Legends moves ahead of Kabuki to take P2.
Gravedigger getting ERS and DRS off the motive carrot. Side by side into turn 1, and he gets the move done before turn 1. Gravedigger up to P5 now. But we could see a motive carrot coming back at him down to turn 4 with the DRS. They're going for it.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, there was
Motive
almost
carrot.
contact there.
Getting Gravedigger again. I think this will turn out to be a interesting battle between Adam Moore and
Further up
Kabuki
the
here.
field, we've got Adam Moore hanging onto the back of Kabuki. I think we could see a change in position for P3 heading into turn 1.
And even speaking of it, Kabuki's not even that far behind Legend.
We might not even need to get to turn 1 to see a
There we go.
move.
Adam has gone for it down the inside.
Piece of cake for
And
Adam there.
he's got the move done before turn 1 here. Gravedigger gonna try and go for it. Or motive carrot down into turn 1. Makes a smart move, deciding to hold back here.
Gonna have DRS.
Gravedigger with the DRS down towards turn 4. He's gonna make a move down
We're
the
going
inside, at
inside.
turn 4, and he has done it.
Moves back up to
But a motive
P5.
carrot could come back at him. Not able to though.
as we have 5 laps remaining when we cross the line. It will be Thor that leads. You'll have to do 5 extra laps on those hard tyres.
It's
AK
done a
Legend,
mega stint on
AK
them,
Legend
to be
has
fair.
slowly been gaining throughout all of this.
Thor has been doing a
Slowly,
mega
he's been
stint on
gaining
those
by a
hards.
hell of a lot.
21 lap old hards.
Yep.
Kabuki on 18 lap old hards.
The helicopter cam's just phenomenal. Watching Thor go through Sector 2.
Just admiring it.
Yep.
Nope, we didn't work that time. Garrett. Have a look down the inside, didn't get anywhere.
Jamie who's come into the pit lane to fit a set of soft tyres.
Potentially
Probably
go
gonna
for
go for-
fastest lap.
Yep, indeed. Has nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
Can Thor hold on to this?
1.2 the gap.
1.1 now. How the tables have turned. AK the Legend is only 2/10s, 3/10s now without
On 12 lap old
DRS.
softs.
this is gonna come down to the wire, I think. No one else is really close at the moment apart from the Motive Carrot who's still hanging on to Gravedigger.
They're just falling out of the DRS there.
Crucially carrying a penalty though, which would promote Brick Grit up to P6 as it stands. But at the front, the gap just keeps getting smaller and smaller between Legends and Thor.
Just it is now under a second.
Both drivers got a reasonable amount of VRS though. Both running at the 75-80 mark.
And by the looks of it, Legend will be getting DRS down the
Will
main
be.
straight into turn 1. Here we go. ERS and DRS has been deployed. It's gaining, gaining,
Legends on Thor.
gonna make a move down to the inside, and he gets it done. Legend now leads the Grand Prix.
I can
Yes,
Thor
Thor
have a
gonna come
response
back at him.
going into turn 4.
Thor with the DRS and DRS. Can't get it done.
Right, 2 laps to go. Can Thor make a comeback? Don't forget, Button, they've had a few safety cars, so that saves some tyre wear there.
Legends has pulled a 1 second gap to Thor, so Thor's fallen out of DRS.
Oh,
So
but he has had a
Legend.
wee moment there.
Can Thor respond into turn 1
Thor does get DRS.
using the ERS as well?
Into turn
Look at
1,
the
picking
speed.
up the slipstream. Gonna go down the inside, and Thor gets it done.
That's like watching the RB19
And
on
Legend's
any other
gonna try
car.
and come back at him.
Oh, very, very close.
Are we gonna see more cars in this race? Gonna go side by side down into turn 4,
Legends tries the outside.
and Legend does get it done before turn 4. Daystreak with another 5-second penalty coming into the speed into the pit lane.
We're on the penultimate lap of this race. We've got Thor who's still trying to crawl back to Legend who has gained 1.3 seconds. Adam Moore,
but he
who's
will
only
not get
1.2 behind.
DRS.
Right, here we go, last lap. We'll go on board with Legends for the last little bit.
Got Adam Moore and DRS off Thor now. But he will not get it.
The thing is, with Adam Moore, he able to pass Thor, but he got that 3-second penalty, so Adam Moore's going to just probably try and keep that gap to Kabuki behind. But it seems like...
Who do you give your driver of the day to as commentators?
Let's have a look quickly. I'd say it's... I'd give it to Thor. Thor's had a really good race.
And here he comes now,
Here we go.
onto the main straight.
Using every last bit of ERS.
Legend is going to come home to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. With Thor behind him, Adam Moore with another 5 seconds, which will
That
promote
promotes
Kabuki at
Kabuki.
P3.
5
Gravedigger
seconds
P5
for-
and what if Carrot P6. Regret P7.
And then
And Dace has with purple in the middle sector, so we could be seeing a fastest lap here.
Days crosses the line now.
And picks up
Picks
a
up
5-second penalty.
for an unset, but does get fastest lap though.
So there we have it.
Certainly was a chaotic race. See if we can get the top 3 into the party. So it's Legend that wins the Grand Prix from Thor and Kabuki.
There we go.
I think AK Legend's on a different platform, so we won't
Yep.
get him
Legend,
tonight.
Thor and Kabuki the top 3.
in. Apologies, I sent the invite to the wrong person. It's Kabuki that we want. See if we can get Kabuki in. Give him a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's all good. I just realised that. Sorry. That's all good. You can stay in if you want, because we haven't got AK the Legend. Legend's on a different platform, so we'll have a chat with you. Yeah, no bother.
Me as well.
Yeah, go for it. We had an extra commentator join us tonight.
Oh,
Show you a
that's
bit of
good.
experience. We'll just give it. We'll give it until. Actually, wait. Just give it until.
Start now.
We'll just give it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take it away, Rodders?
Go on then.
Yeah, I'm busy putting the screenshots in.
I know, bother. We'll start with Adam. Was a pretty decent race from yourself.
Yeah.
Found yourself leading a few times. Safety car was obviously quite challenging, depending where to pit, because they came out like really
Yeah.
one after the other.
If
But
those
yeah,
first two didn't come out, I'd have been away, I think.
yeah. But apart from that, you managed your race pretty well. How do you feel it went?
Yeah, it went all right, to be fair. Pace was there. It's just a couple of little mistakes cost me some time with penalties, but other than that, the race pace was good. Setup was fantastic.
Yeah, you qualified P5, so ended up making up one position, which is still pretty solid for points in
Oh yeah,
the
that's what it's all about at the end
standings.
of the day.
Yeah,
Just get some points for
mhm,
me and some points for the team as well. So
yep. Um, but yeah, it was a pretty decent result from yourself. Next week we go down under to Australia. How do you
yes,
feel
we
about that
do.
one?
Um, yeah, I'm P P6. I'm going to make a prediction now. P6 is where I'm going to get.
Quite
Yeah,
Okay, then we'll keep that noted and we'll see how it goes then. But
yeah,
yeah,
I do like the
many
track.
congratulations on
Thank you
tonight.
very
good work,
much.
mate.
A very good
Thank you.
running from yourself.
Congratulations
Um,
to the other guys.
yeah, we'll move on to Thor. Liam, would you like to do an interview for
Um,
Thor?
so P6 to P2. Great job there. How do you feel that race went for you?
Um, I thought it was okay based on the setup that I had that I didn't really like. I kind of was doing last minute changes on the setup like half hour before the race. Because I just didn't feel it was quite there. And just the straight line speed for me, I don't think I had it today on the straight line speed, but felt stable enough to the corners.
Obviously, the tires did impact us towards the end. What was it? Finished on like 23 lap old hard tires. So, what do you
Yeah.
think you could have made changes to your strategy to have been in a
Um,
chance to win?
I don't know. I think to be honest, just with the pace of the other guys around me, P2 is the best I could probably get. I was lucky, I guess, with safety cars. And I know I was involved in an incident as well, which I have to review. I clipped it myself because when I think what happened in the race, Days was kind of to the right in front of me, Slicks was coming to the left, and I kind of got sandwiched in between them. So I just need to see back on that to see what exactly happened.
Yeah, I watched the video back. So Slicks was coming down your inside. You've slightly moved over, obviously to try and give Slicks a bit of room, but you've bounced off of Days and hit Slicks.
Yeah, because it was just I was kind of just in the middle, trying to avoid it as best as I could. But look, I'll see what happens with that. I clipped it, and you know, but after that, I mean, I had Orphan like engineer me, so you know, fair play to him. Shout out to him. Try to kept telling me just to focus, and obviously I seen Adam Moore had I think it was 11-second penalty. Legend. He's such a fast driver. I was trying my best just to hold out, but it just wasn't there. And then I just at the end, the last two laps, tried to keep as close as possible, hoping for a mistake, because I think he had old enough softs as well. But overall, I'm happy with P2.
Yeah, so obviously we do head down to Australia next week. So, how are you feeling for that?
Australia, I prefer to Brazil, to be honest. It's a nice track. I want to do better than last season, because last season I DNF'd because I think turn 11, 12, my force feedback went and it pushed me right straight into a wall. So I'm going to say probably top 6 as well. Based on pace, I think I should be thereabouts.
Okay, that's great. Congratulations today.
Thanks, William.
Very well done, Thor. I think that will do it for tonight. We have going to be back the same time tomorrow for Division 3. Next time Division 5 will be live, will be this time next week. And we've got our new co-com will be joining me for that one, which is Mr. Wee Biscuits, which will be very good to get around.
Enjoy.
Me and him obviously know each other really well, so I think that will be absolutely amazing for both of us to take on that role and have fun watching this amazing tier put on a show. So yeah, Rory, you got any final mentions for tonight's stream?
Just congratulations all. it was a bit of a hard race through a lot of the safety cars, so good fights and that. So hopefully we see the same next week, just not as many safety cars.
Yep. Try and if I can have a better race in qualifying than last season at Australia, then it would be good.
Highlight of
If
the
I
season.
don't
last
have
season.
any collisions in Q1 this time. But yeah, it should be good next week. Make sure you tune in, same place, same time, for the Australian Grand Prix.
Be good fun.
Yeah, tomorrow is Division 3 with me and Aaron racing around this
will be
track.
fun.
So hopefully
sure
we
you'll
get
have
to
fun.
see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock, maybe 10 past 8, depending on if we're waiting on anyone. But I am your main commentator for this evening, Rodders. My co-com is Aaron, and our guest co-com for halfway through the race is Liam. It is good night from all of us,
Good night.
and we shall
Night.
see you all tomorrow.
Catch us later.
Thank you very much for watching,
In a bit.
and good night.